Lesson 5. So after going through Chapter 5 and going through the PowerPoint presentation and trying some of the examples in the book, we should have learned various ways to validate and debug issues in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We should have learned how to use the inspector within Developer Tools in our browser to see the HTML elements and CSS styles and properties that the browser has rendered while loading a web page. We should have learned the basics of reviewing JavaScript syntax errors in the console and setting breakpoints and systematically stepping through the code to debug more complex problems. The methods that we learned here in Lesson 5, Chapter 5, are going to be very helpful for us as we work our way through this book and through this course. As well as it will be very helpful for future projects and any job you have as a front-end web developer. It'll save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration just with simple validation and checking syntax errors. It just happens. They come into the code, so no matter what your experience level or not. So being able to quickly identify them and pinpoint the errors will save you a lot of time. Because sometimes when you're just sitting there looking over lines and lines of code just in your text editor, you really can't see or tell what it's doing until you actually see what it's like rendered in the browser and see what style is being applied to which HTML element, or to see what each function is doing and how it's happening and step through that function line by line to see what that function, what it's calling, and what's happening in the beginning, middle, and end of that function. So again, I always say practice, practice, practice. Try out your examples in the book. Use alternate resources. Like I said, W3 Schools is a really good one. There's interactive examples. Just look up JavaScript on there and just try things. And we will be back next time with Lesson 6.